You're coming into focus, are you?
Look how blurry it is.
Does it need cleaning?
I don't know.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm sorry. Yeah, it needed to be clean. Once I had that problem and I messed up with the telephone because I didn't know what was the reason. Good morning, and sorry. Another stress in the morning.
We are having a great, deep conversation.
Chile Bell? Telly Bell?
Yeah.
Telly Bell.
Chili Bell.
There,
Rangan.
Susan Drake.
Suzanne Brown. Craig Dixon. Leo Smiles. Beverly, your friend.
Oh, hello,
Alexis.
Beverly.
Chris Miller. Group 66.
Of course.
Juliana.
She is
Linda B.
always
Sonia
the
Benola.
first. Group 66 from Holland, yes? Tell me that you are from Holland, that I'm correct, and I didn't mix up this time. Because you know my problem is Holland and Belgium. And yesterday I did the Holland drink, which we call advocate. It's a Denmark, of course.
You're going to write that down?
Yeah. Thank you. I'm sorry. And I love you, girl. And it is made out of egg yolks and sugar. And Cheryl said, it's too much.
How much? Well, too much sugar for me. But how much liquor?
1 glass of spirit liquor, so 97%.
This is a lady who doesn't drink.
I don't drink. I just lick. Honestly, it is so sweet, and I have a sweet tooth, so I hope it will last for Easter.
It will last. And you know how it goes when somebody makes liqueur or whatever, and they take a sip every once in a while to see if it's ready, and then pretty soon it's all gone.
Yeah, I'm one of those ones. I don't drink anything else, just this, and my brother makes cherry liquor, and I love it. Justice Warrior, thank you so much for coming here. Terry Marie, Sonia Pinola, thank you. Zara Ova, sorry, Sweet Nasty 1111, my number and your number. Anastasia, American, Mark Rados. At least we have a one man. At least I just saw that. Okay, I'm ready to be asked questions. And Cheryl is writing so many questions.
Yeah, I should have had this done earlier, but I had other things to print off for her.
Well, I will keep those ones for the next video.
Oh, no, we can hit a few of them if we have time.
Okay.
Let me go back into the...
And I have to prepare, because at the end of the video, I would like to make to see who will receive the gift from Janet and Tom Borg. Half an hour with me. For sale. Just kidding.
Thank you. She doesn't come cheap.
Yeah. And thank you, Tom and Janet, or Janet and Tom.
And also turn off the volume, please.
I did.
Okay.
I did that one. And all the time something new is going on. And so at the end of the...
Water melts 1 pound of...
I didn't turn off the sound, sorry. Okay.
So Craig is asking.
Craig. Hello, Craig.
Let me see. I have to go back to the beginning here. Oh, no, I don't know what that means. Jane F. Violetta, do you see German boots on the ground in Ukraine?
German boots on the ground in Ukraine? So
yeah,
you mean that...
Are German soldiers going to be going into Ukraine, or are they just sending tanks?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I don't think they are going. They are just waiting for orders, but I don't see them walking. And but they will calculate everything, and they are so afraid of getting in that place because it will be the third war. I'm more afraid that the war, if it will start, the third war, it will be more start. It will start because of the China. But no, right now they are standing on the straight position waiting.
And Girl Pirate, welcome. This is her first time here. Up to
Hello.
alive. Trying to go down to where the questions actually start here.
Okay. Greg Dixon, when will Mango Unchanged
Mango Unchanged Trump
go down?
Go down.
The time is not easy for us. And you know what? My husband asked me this similar question, how I see Don next year. So I will answer Greg. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I see a symbol like when you are raking leaves at the fall. My girlfriend from Texas was telling me that she is doing this right now in Texas. We forgot about leaves so long time ago. So, yeah. But I see the raking, so it will be time to clean up somehow the mess and remove the old symbol of old leaves or old money even, because they are not green anymore, those money, they will be removed. So there is next year they will start making some clean, still good harvest for him, but it will be more towards the ladies. So it could be that Nikki Haley might take his position, and it would be nice if she would tell him, you can be my vice president. Then that'd be nice. I don't know, but it looks like a lady. And on the last video, when I was asked about Adam Schiff and
Katie Porter?
No, I didn't knew that time about Katie Porter, that she is fighting for that position.
Yeah, she announced it earlier.
And about Feinstein's position in the Senate. And of course, I love Adam Schiff. But to be honest with you, I like Katie more.
I really like her too. She lays everything out on those whiteboards.
And I cannot be straight because I have feelings for women. I'm just kidding. She gave me right away hit in my head for saying something. Once I said, how nice it would be if you were not straight. And she said, oh, shut up.
I didn't say shut up. I don't say that.
Oh, yeah. And
she just likes a hug. And so she gets a hug. That's it.
Yeah. And I was, who was Beyonce in her past life? And I just prepared that question. I was not able to answer. So when I closed my eyes, I saw her as a nun in a hospital in some African country a long time ago. And she was helping people with, what is the illness that they are losing fingers?
As in?
Like Jesus was helping people with
leprosy.
And she was helping people with leprosy. Eventually, she was infected as well. But she was still working like in a hospital helping people in the previous life. This life, she is so famous. So many people loved her, and this lifetime, people loves her still for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always thinking that the karma is good karma for her. And thank you for your questions.
Jocelyn Saint Amour is asking, if you pass away with a lot of people, as in an airplane crash, tornadoes, etc., do we walk with all the people or do we walk alone until we see our loved ones? One.
I've never been there.
Two.
I had near-death experience 2 times.
Three.
All the time I was on my own. We are like in a bubble, separately from everyone else, like in the water bubbles. When you put the bubble straw in the water, you see the bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
No, every one of us is separately. We are not going in the crowd. Everyone will have separate attention. Everyone will have recognition. And the first time when I was drowning, I was nearly deaf. I was blue, so I was nearly dead. And I was still hoping to see my whole life. So I was going down in the swimming pool because the boys pushed me, and I didn't know how to swim that time. And I went down, and I thought, oh, now I'm dying, so I have to see whole life in front of me to know what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
That was my mom's was probably talking about this. And so I thought, oh, I can see it, because those bubbles are interfering with me. So I stopped pushing those bubbles. I thought I have to close my mouth. And then I went to the surface because I was not losing the air. And they noticed that I'm drowning. And then I went again, and I thought, again, I can't see anything. Like I was frustrated that I'm not seeing the whole thing. When you are 10 years old, it's or 9, that's what you see. So, yeah, we will have to answer that. Whoever is going to ask us for our life experience, we will be gone, and then we will have to answer to the God. Or different religions will have different, top guy on top. That is always a guy. Somehow, I think.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Yes, and I'm not very good with, knowing everything.
And please do subscribe and ring the bell so that you can get all notices, and to press like and comment, because those help her algorithms. Right now, she's really struggling with that because it doesn't come up as she flatlines it many times where it says that there's no views, and we know there are views during that time.
And I thought that I'm the only one who has that problem. And then sent me the video of David Pacman. And he said
he's having the same, yeah,
that he lost 60% up to 60% of his revenue, the same with me, from the beginning of the month.
And they're not showing it as well, so you have to sometimes
everything
search.
Else is good. Everything is positive, but the revenue went halfway, which is very unfair, because it was not the big revenue to start from YouTube, but it was always good to have, to pay some expenses.
Mm-hmm. Sweet and Salty 1111, will the Trump children go to prison? 1, 2, 3.
I can't call Jarek his child, but somehow I see him being checked out, like body checking when they are taking someone. So he might have something. I didn't see Ivanka or other boys, because he was very top, and he was taking those chances with Saudi Arabia, and there will be a lot of ghosts in his closet. So it is more, he might be the one that was taking risks and selling some secrets to Saudis.
You'd mentioned that before, yeah.
Yeah.
What about Don Jr.?
I didn't see them yet.
You didn't see
Well,
yet.
Yeah, okay, count to 3.
1,
Because I saw
2,
it.
3.
He might have a really close encounter with drugs. They will arrest him for drugs. That would be nice. Partying, and then he will be worried, and he is probably always under some depression, so he might be taking under magic influence. This is the way that the cards are more about magic. I think Ivanka will run away. Majoring Tango Greece.
Now, there was something just recently on the news that somebody had thought that Ivanka and Jared were starting to separate a little bit.
That they were talking about. I know that they were eventually divorced. I'm surprised that they are so many years together. But
Yeah.
maybe
We say that about Don and his wife.
Yeah. Well, this is very odd relationship.
Yeah, because I thought Melania would have ended a long time ago as soon as he went out of office.
But she
she's still
doesn't
there.
have the backbones.
Oh, she has to line up her guy in a row already.
Yeah, a long time ago, I said that she is looking with the flashlight over the ship and looking for new guy coming her way. But that was many years ago, and she is still with Don.
Dairy Rangin, Rangin. Iran. Will revolution be successful? And if so, when and who will be appointed? The ex-king's son?
In Iran?
In Iran.
Iran. I want to mix this so well because can you count?
1, 2, 3.
There will be 2 guys fighting for that position. I don't know who they are, but they will be pushing each other very nasty way. So one will be trying to come in front of the other, sharing the power, and there will be a lot of cheating going on. So maybe even, thank you, Anne Herman, for helping us. And it is some way of cheating. So even it's all about sharing money and sharing power. The one of them will be tied up to the money. So they will be trying to push some information about one of them that was taking some money. So accusations about, and it's not that it will be true, it will be just kind of stabbing each other.
Justice Warrior's asking the 5 policemen that beat the one that was being arrested, did he know something on them? Were they dirty cops? 1, 2, 3.
No, he didn't know anything on them. They were high. They should have been checked. They should have been checked because they were high. And they were not working. They were afraid of something, and they were probably thinking that, no, he was such a nice guy. He didn't know anything. He was far away from any problems, and he was asking, why are you arresting me? And it was so inhumane. I couldn't watch it. But you have to, because it's all over and over and over until eventually you have to see the whole thing. And after that they did this, one of them said it was cool or something like that.
Sweet and salty 1111. Will Jared and the Kushner family lose their properties? 1, 2, 3.
Some part, yes, they will take, maybe that will be the lawyers that will take so much away from him, but some part he will still have it. He will be able to. In England, they were using casinos to kind of camouflage the incomes.
Mm-hmm.
So he will be hiding he will still be on the chariot. He will still be able to survive, and he will be waiting for the end of his panel to being in a prison. So that will be something that he will have. They will be letting him to.
Chris Cross is doing a follow-up and said, you never answered the question about the alien base near Dulce, New Mexico. Yeah, she did, and she wasn't allowed in there.
I was not, it is that some places the red light was flashing at me, don't go, stop. So and I remember I had similar experience with Leszek a long time ago. He was asking about those areas.
Kathy McLaughlin, are the Republicans in the House going to hold up the funds already committed to Ukraine?
Republic, oh.
1, 2, 3.
They want to take something for themselves, but I don't see them really holding it, just they want to put their own pockets. Dysfunctional family, but they will be busy. Not everything will, they are not going to do a good job, part-time job to me, so they are not going to do, but they will have to give most of the money, but they will be the one who will be distributing the money this time.
Kathy McLaughlin is that? Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's already answered. Grandma Kitty's Halloween stories. It is about the orb that was in the last video. Do you know who that was?
I don't know. And I have seen that because so many people were saying, and Mona Lisa apparently sometimes is moving her mouth and her eyes, and I'm so glad. Not by myself. I never have really any experiences with the ghost. When we moved this house, I knew exactly where the house will be located, which part of Red Deer. I knew that it will be on the edge of this area. Somehow I might even thought that it's opposite side. And I knew mother and daughter will be living here in this house, and the windows will be round. And we have round windows in this side of the house. So those things I knew. And I was looking in that House and Home that time. There was magazine, and I was looking for it. This one had the open house. I came in, and I thought, oh, I'm at home.
And you had to convince the others.
Oh, it was the hardest thing to convince my husband. He said over his dead body.
And he's still alive, just by the way.
So the next day he came home, and I drew on the paper at the entry between living room and kitchen. It was old house, so that there was small entry. I drew a paper and small letters I wrote. Like, on the streets, they draw the shape of someone's body. And I wrote Richard's dead body. He came.
As if it was a crime scene.
Yeah. Because he said, don't even talk to me over my dead body. I will buy this house. The decorations were not good. Big macramas and empty. 3 little pictures in this house, in this room. And so the boys didn't like it. He didn't like it.
Oh my goodness, who won?
Well, of course I did. But he's coming and I said, well, look. And he said, what is this paper on the floor? I said, check it out. It says Richard's dead body. Honey, you said we will talk when you... So the next day he's going to work. I gave him the paper in his lunchbox and I said, acreage in the city, this and this, that and that, hot tub, big yard, pine shade. He came home and he said, oh, I can't win with you. I will again check it. And we end up. And when we bought this, he said, how could I not see it? I said, yeah, it was magic. It was only for me to see it. 3 months on the market, no one put the offer. We put the offer, it was accepted, and she got right away offers. And much bigger than ours. She was not happy, but we were happy.
Sweet and salty 1111. Will Trump's properties be taken from him?
Oh, that's a nice one. Ask that one.
1, 2, 3.
Whoever was in the casino, they know that the croupier will put the money on the table. And then they have that tool pulling the one after another with that stick. Yeah, one after another. He will be losing, like in the casino. The losers will look at the money being pulled
Well,
away.
he used to be a casino owner. He should know how that works.
Yeah, all the money, the choices that he made. So the government will be making those choices, all the money and angel of justice. What he put, he will receive for not being reliable. Don't play if you don't want to lose.
Zarova is asking, will Biden and Trump be candidates for the 2024 election? Will those be the names on the ballot?
The same question I told my husband today at the breakfast. I said, I hope they will find someone who will be more. And I like Biden, but we have to be honest. We are getting older, and he's getting older. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
You remember that moment in Europe when Trump pushed the Prime Minister of Montenegro?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He got that.
And his head was up like really
And
snotty.
he pushed himself. So that will be the moment. I don't know who is that, changing all the directions, new payers, new marriage cards. And, because those old guys, they did what they did. Biden is wonderful, but there will be so much problem for Biden's, his son, him, even with those papers pulling now from nowhere. And he's saying, I don't know where they came from. Pence is saying the same thing, that they are not accusing anyone. So it's not that we can accuse anyone that they were somehow lost there by themselves and they have ghosts.
I was really annoyed with Tucker Carlson. He was on a couple of different shows, like his show,
Yeah.
and he had guests. And twice, and the people who were the guests, they were both male, I think, but they did not jump into the conversation that he was offering them. And it was about, he thought that the Americans should come into Canada and liberate Canadians from
Yeah.
Trudeau.
Yeah.
And they didn't even respond, his guests.
We really need that.
Oh, yeah, we need them.
Yeah.
Not likely. We'll take care of our own democracy.
He thought about causing a war between Canada and USA. That would be the worst.
Well, he's just not thinking.
And then he's saying that Pence helped Biden by having those papers.
Oh, he planted the documents on purpose so that it would even it out?
And to help Biden. To help Biden. I don't know where is his brain.
Oh, yeah. Now, Sabrina, Magpie. Oh, cute. Will DeSantis go down for his actions?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Well, I'm looking at the toilet and splashing the water, and everything is down the
Going down.
toilet.
Mhm.
Angel of Justice will catch up with him. The trust, no one is trusting him, and all his connections, even who he was playing with, where he was getting the money from.
Mhm.
So soon he will go down the toilet, and hopefully he will poop by himself.
Derek,
Kevin.
Derry Rangan is asking, please see if the revolution in Iran will be successful. If so, when?
So I said that there will be 2 guys fighting for it.
Yeah, but will it be successful? 1, 2, 3.
Not for a while. I see still shifting and, taking some, like when you are going through those ninja warriors
Mhm.
thing, and eventually most of them are ending falling down. So there will be, and the shaky tower, eventually there will be someone that will be loved, and the world will love it, but there will be still a lot of bad energy coming from so this is something that I can't promise you that it's going to be smooth and nice and easy.
Julianne is asking, they say the Earth's metal core has stopped and reversed its rotation. Do you see any outcomes from this?
The earth,
The core inside the Earth.
and
has changed.
It started apparently in 1998, and we don't feel anything, but
Well, the magnetic pole's changing all the time. 1,
Sure.
2, 3.
I don't know if we will feel it too much. Not in my lifetime. I don't know how long I will live, but it looks like there will be some changes, but we might not see. I don't know. I see like when you are cutting big sequoia tree, and then you are observing, and that somehow they will be knowing that there are some changes, and there were changes before.
Mhm.
Because those sequoia trees it is related to the climate that year, because it's like a calendar of the climates, but as well there will be some way of putting more minerals on one side than on another, so they will know how that was shifting from one to another. They will be able to feeling the surprise and feeling safe, security on the world.
Paulette Maximum is asking, will 45 flee to Saudi Arabia?
I always was saying that he will run somewhere. I see him on the island. I saw him on the island, walking between huge rocks. And there was program that Chris Cuomo was showing the island, the beaches close to New York, and I thought that kind of looked like the rocks on those beaches.
Like right, and near Rikers too?
What?
Near Rikers Island. Maybe they have a little house off to the side.
Nearly, yeah.
They'll want to keep them separated whenever anything happens.
But he would be popular, and then they will be asking him, "Give me money."
So will 45 flee to Saudi Arabia?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
he will, if he will go, they will eventually send him back. They will do transactions on him to send him back for something. Security. Maybe Melania will be more welcome, but he will. They want money. They don't want him as him.
And if they take his properties, he's
Yeah,
not
there
going to have
is
very much.
nothing there, and he will be leaning on them. But yeah, it looks that the cards are telling that they might do it. But I don't see him. I see Melania, and I see a vulnerable person who is leaning on for help, for money. And if you will be poor, what he's a lousy dancer. When he was dancing with those swords, he was kind of
He was out of step, yes.
he might have to take some dancing lessons. Okay, we will be finishing soon because I have to go to work.
Girl Pirate is asking, what do you see and feel about South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh, who was charged with murdering his wife and one of his sons?
Yeah.
That's a
And
big case.
I remember when I started talking about him, then I had some problems with my provider. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
They will be navigating this way, that way, to make the jury confused, but the jury will find the spots to pin at him. So eventually he will be like a criminal who is collecting some memorabilia on a wall.
Mm-hmm.
So they will do that. It will be really hard to make decision. He will be waiting. Angel of work and excitement will help those juries to make better. I will pull 3 cards. 1 to do so, because it will be confusing.
3.
Walking in zigzags. Yeah, eventually the truth will come to the surface. He is crying, and it will show that he was the one who did that.
I give her nightmares, actually.
I was watching 80s for Brady.
Yeah.
2 times, actually, because once I was watching and then I said to my husband, we have to go for that movie, and he's on it, so we will take you with us. And it is the energy with those girls. I thought, well, we have the same thing. We are just all the time teasing each other. Not badly.
We laugh a lot.
Yeah, and laughing is healthy.
And we discuss everything, and the world, we solve no problems. but we still talk.
Yeah.
It makes it very, very nice.
Somehow we think the same way.
Yeah, like mine's. I don't know if you've ever had the chance again, going back into Suzanne Giesemann. And her story is absolutely amazing. And then even going on to Anita Morjani, and Suzanne also discussed her. But here's some information about, it's called, and she just, this is a few months ago, 10 months ago, she did it. We asked the angels about Russia and Ukraine, and they had this to say. And so Suzanne Giesemann also channels Sanea. But anyways, here's the site that I'll send you to. And she does a 1-minute chakra clearing at the end, and she gives more information as well. But then also going into Anita Morjani. And Anita Morjani had a near-death experience. And she had terminal cancer. She was given a few days to live. She had her near-death experience when she was in a coma. And she came back healed. And within a matter of weeks, she was completely healed. And Wayne Dyer found out about her and encouraged her to write a book about it. And the book was called Dying to Be Me. And then a movie came out with the same subject. But she also was in with Danica Patrick, and she did another session just recently here with her 11 days ago. But if you could look these up, I'll just show them. You can freeze them and have a look at them and find out. So that's the first one was Suzanne Giesemann. And then the bottom one is with Anita Morjani, and also a link to her video on it. But please do look those out because they are so interesting, and they explain the difference between souls and our personalities here on Earth and the connection with that. Also about what is happening again with Ukraine and Russia and our role to play in it as humans and as soul beings. And then Anita Morjani, I mean, she talks about reincarnation and
unbelievable story, feeling that she's going to die, going to the coma.
Yeah.
And then being completely reborn and
everything's healed. And now she's doing this. But her story is absolutely amazing. And it talks about, the life path and everything and reincarnation and our roles, etc. But they're both very, very relevant for right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you have a chance to look at those, please, freeze the screen and go to those sites and enjoy yourself. I know you will.
And I was starting to saying that about ghosts. The first night when we moved here, I had a dream that there is a native man hanging himself because we are living on top of the hill. Looking, we can't look at the city because the trees are stopping us to see it. But he hung himself on, and I thought, well, that was probably native place for people to live. And he hung himself. And he said to me, I'm going to protect you. That was the first night. And I feel protected in this house. I love it. And I feel so, I'm not feeling that something,
Except when I come over on Monday and Wednesdays.
My dog is so crazy. She is waiting for her. she knows when she's coming. And Vivi knew when Tracy is coming, or Cheryl. Somehow she always knows.
And just a side note, those advance notices that you receive, they come from Tracy. That gives you the notice of the link and everything like that. That's Tracy who is sending that on Violetta's behalf.
Tracy for helping us, because she is always sending that for me. And Tracy will be on the 15th of March.
Yeah, that's quite a while ago. I have an appointment.
Cheryl will not be able, and Tracy said, yes, I will be happy to be with you guys, but it's in March. So now I will have to go to my channel, and 177 comments, not as many.
So this is what was on the last video, which was posted on Saturday, and that's where the draw is coming from.
Okay, and now I'm going to do the Wheel of Fortune, saying, because I can't say that the other word. Oh my gosh. At least Dave Packer said that that's something he said, and he don't know what that was. So
I don't know what they're doing, even how they divided the videos to the live, where people used to get them all and could go down, and now the live ones are separated out.
Mm-hmm. So Leo smiles. I'm Smile too, and I'm Leo. Hi, Violetta and Cheryl. Will we notice any effects when the Earth core changes directions? That was the question today.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same person.
Oh, okay. So that's somehow. So Leo, I'm pinning you, actually posting you on the previous video that you are the lucky person. Please contact with me. Send me your email with your phone number, and I will contact with you. The last lady was so fast. Before I even posted, she sent me email.
And people have been very kind after they've had their reading. They've even been commenting on that.
Oh, thank you.
In the comment
thank you,
section,
everyone.
how much they enjoyed it. And you will absolutely enjoy it.
Yeah. So I will make a note, and it's in the previous video. So
is there one more coming up?
Yes. Show me. Oh, yeah, the white book. I will say how many more I have.
So this video, when it is reposted after we're done here, it gets reposted because all of these comments will disappear. And so just, again, make a comment after it's reposted again today. And it's from that draw, that list of comments, that the next free free gift of reading will come from.
Okay, so this was number 8 from the, so actually 7 was from the first donation, and then this donation had 10 lucky people from the Janet and Tom. So altogether will be 17 that I was looking for. And
are you all caught up, or do you have anybody missing?
No, I have one missing, and it is the MB Lynn AHEM Ahem Mitchell. So please be MB Lynn Ahem Mitchell, contact with me by sending me your email, and I will, if you want. If not, please send me email if you are so nice that you are not interested. And that
you will enjoy it.
I'm keeping the list of everyone who is lucky, so I will send this to Janet and Tom to prove that I had everyone.
I'm sure you're very trustworthy.
Well, I'm trying to be as much as possible, and thank you for taking opportunity to
join us today.
And to have the readings with us. And now it's time. Which one do you want?
Oh, you like this one, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
That was your new one.
So we want to pray for peace on the world. That's the most important, that China will not go off the tracks and wouldn't cause any wars, that Russia will stop, and somehow it will clear the war, that the war will be over, and those Ukrainian people will feel safe and secure, and everyone in the world will feel safe and secure, and love will dominate it, and we will be happy, healthy, young, without any of problems, like problem with the knee I'm having, and it's driving me nuts. That was, it's letting me know that I'm not getting younger. So all to you, all the best.
And if you go into that video with Suzanne Giesman, she talks in there about how you can phrase so that you raise the vibration of both yourself and the planet and get unexpected results. And she phrases it as, wouldn't it be awesome if the war ended soon in Ukraine? Well, and you open up the possibilities to whatever the possibilities are. Or wouldn't it be awesome? That's how she phrases it. And then she says, you open yourself to all the possibilities the universe has to offer, not just the ones that we think of. And so please do listen to that video. You'll learn a lot, and you'll enjoy it, I think.
And if you're a person that struggling with something, going to the place when you feel vulnerable, everything is kind of, I'm calling this moment hitting the wall. Mm-hmm. And you can't go through the wall. You have to go one direction or another. And I'm always feeling that when I hit the wall, my angels had a better entry for me.
Yes, they do.
They always had better outcome, even
better than we even asked for.
Better.
Yeah.
And, because I was doing different things in my life, silversmithing, and then they opened free trade with Mexico. And I was crying. We spent so much money, and we could buy a house that time if we wouldn't spend those money. But I'm, from the perspective, I enjoy that time playing with the silversmithing and with my husband competing and learning. It was beautiful time, and we lost money because of that. But then we hit the wall, and we had to start completely different avenue. And it was beautiful.
We keep on getting redirected to where we're supposed to go.
We were completely redirected. And on the end, it was always more and more beautiful. Mm-hmm. And everything was like accumulating in my life with, I'm so proud what I was doing. But sometimes I thought, why Titanic sank and the small jewelry is popular and I couldn't sell my big leather jewelry. And I was crying. But then we opened the store. And it's always something that you have to do something new, and your angel is watching over you.
Mhm.
So don't complain, just think, okay, I'm waiting for you to give me ideas. What can I do new?
To open doors. I always ask, please open doors for me.
Yeah, and we are experiencing those moments, and we have to think there is something more for me on the corner. I have to be patient, and I will see it. Oh, yeah, and I will receive it.
And Robert Schwartz, last week or the week before, I gave information on going to Robert Schwartz's site. He did the Soul's Code so it's past life and between life, the Soul's Gift. Anyways, he was talking about how sometimes if our guides keep on trying to bump us to get us on the path, and if they can't, they also put in somebody who gives us a bump, and somebody will come into your life for a very short period of time. And they impact your life very quickly, and then they're out. And they're giving you, they'd made arrangement on the other side before they came. If you're not on your path, they're going to step in and give you that bump. And that happened to me when I returned back to university when I was 44 for another 4 years. I had my bump and I love it.
Yeah, and eventually it is beneficial for us.
Yeah.
But
So
sometimes
listen to your intuition.
Sometimes we think, oh gosh, I can't go through that. I want to go the same direction. No, you have to change direction.
Yeah, I never thought I would be on the path that I'm on right now, which is actually what I love.
Yeah, I love it. And, it's so easy.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Cheryl Simpson, Patty, Tiffany, Delphine, Cheryl Gibson, Ross, Delphine Ross, Mama CO.
Sue Walton. My mom and dad talk to me all the time. You get answers too. You even got an answer from my mom.
I got from her, but last night I thought my mom.
Yeah, well, you said that she's around you now.
Yeah.
Maybe she's that little.
Tonight I thought about this because I thought, I can swear someone is touching my
Well, yeah,
head.
they do little angel kisses.
Yeah, and I
touch
thought
your head
that,
a little bit.
and I thought, okay, Mom, I know you were there.
Well, I know after my mom passed, I was told to put up my hand and ask my mom to go around in the palm of my hand and I'll be able to feel her. And I remember sitting in my car, and I just visited another psychic friend of mine many years ago here. And I sat there and I said, Mom, you can do this. Lower your vibration enough to do this, because I've seen my mom full figure. But she did. She hit the inside of my palm. I mean, she also knocks pictures off the walls and does other things. But she's quite an active one. I keep on just saying, please clean the house, even though the house is clean. But
Yeah.
on some level, it's even cleaner.
Her house is so perfect.
No.
It is. I can't say that about mine.
I live alone, so it's
Okay.
only my mess.
Thank you. We were chatting, and so nice to see you. So if you want to write the comments to be in the next Wheel of Fortune,
Yes.
so please put them under when the video will be reposted.
And we'll see you on Wednesday. So please repost, comment after the video is reposted today, so that you'll be in for the next opportunity to have a reading.
There is 2 more, and then it will be 1 from me. So there is 3.
Enjoy
more.
your day.
Okay, thank you. Take advantage of it. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.